The first footage of the UMPB-5, Russia's new KA-B bomb with a range of up to 200 kilometers, likely the one that hit Poltava region today. It has a shape resembling a cruise missile, a flight range of up to 200 kilometers, and a warhead of about 100 kilograms. Such bombs are difficult to shoot down. They fly very high and fast, essentially like mini cruise missiles. Peskov stated that a lot of homework needs to be done before the meeting between Putin and Trump.
Prime Minister Viktor Orban called the upcoming Russia-US summit a peace summit. Is Ukraine invited to participate? By whom and how will the European side be represented? Are there plans to sign a document? If so, what kind of document?
There are no details from the ones you listed yet, therefore there is no understanding. A lot of homework still needs to be done. Work needs to be done both through foreign policy departments and our ministries.
And off to other military news. 8 Indian Su-30 MKI fighter jets and 4 Jaguars involved in a simulated air battle with 6 British F-35B stealth fighter jets. According to the aviationist, the exercise took place as part of Konkan 2025, during a scenario focused on defending the aircraft carrier HMS Prince of Wales, the Su-30 MKY and Jaguar YN, accompanied by an IL-76-based airborne early warning aircraft, practiced attacks on the British aircraft carrier and Carrier Strike Group 25. The F-35B Lightning II jets served as the escorting force. In total, 4 air combat engagements and 3 mission types were carried out during the drills. The exercises formed part of Operation High Mast, a 6-month deployment of the Royal Navy's Carrier Strike Group 25, which is now approaching its conclusion. After completing the Indo-Pacific phase of the mission, the fleet is returning to the United Kingdom. The results of the maneuvers remain classified, but their purpose may have been to prepare for potential encounters with Russian aviation. In June, an emergency landing of a British F-35B in India was reported. The fighter jet of the same type landed at the international airport of Thiruvananthapuram on the night of June 15th during a routine flight outside the Indian Air Defense Identification Zone. According to unofficial reports from British media, insufficient fuel to safely return to the aircraft carrier caused the emergency landing. The U.S. military is concerned about the presence of Russian Kh-31 anti-ship missiles in Venezuela. The war zone reported on this. These supersonic missiles pose a danger to U.S. Navy ships operating off the Venezuelan coast. The Kh-31 missiles are equipped with Su-30 Mk2 fighter jets, which in the amount of 24 units Venezuela ordered from Russia in the 2000s. Most of them are still in service. The missiles are produced in 2 versions: anti-radar Kh-31P and anti-ship Kh-31A. The American media notes that it is not yet known for certain whether Venezuela received the anti-ship version of the missile from Russia. At the same time, anti-radar missiles of this type also threaten U.S. ships because of their ability to target working radar. It is noted that the Venezuelan authorities recently released a video of their Su-30s flying with Kh-31 missiles off the coast of the country in response to Donald Trump's sending U.S. Navy ships to the Caribbean. At the end of September, it was announced that the United States military had amassed forces and resources near Venezuela to ensure the landing of the Marines. In terms of performance, the Kh-31A has a maximum range of 70 to 160 kilometers, depending on launch conditions and specific missile modifications. It reaches a speed of up to 3.5 Mach. It uses an active radar homing head for targeting. The Kh-31A is designed to engage warships of various classes, up to and including destroyers, as well as amphibious and transport vessels sailing alone or in convoys. Target destruction is achieved by detonating the warhead after penetration into the hull in case of a direct hit, or by fragmentation and high explosive effect when the missile flies over the target. I abducted a child from Mariupol and brought him into my family. Russia's Presidential Commissioner for Children's Rights, Maria Lvova-Belova, has admitted guilt in a war crime, the abduction of Ukrainian children for which the Hague court issued a warrant. In an interview with a Russian Z propagandist, she stated that Philip, a boy from Mariupol taken to Russia, did not want to live in Russia. Moreover, he constantly visited pro-Ukrainian websites, sang songs in Ukrainian, and said, "I love Ukraine, and everything Russian annoys me." Lvova Belova expressed pride that, over time, they managed to break him and change his attitude.
In the year 2023, the Hague Court issued a warrant for your arrest for the abduction of Ukrainian children. Please explain to me how credible their accusation looks today when everything has basically already been clarified.
Well, they do not accept this argument. They still continue their mythology that we forcibly take children away, that we change their identity, that we re-educate them in Russian patriotism.
Isn't your story with Philip this doesn't dispel?
By the way, this was one of the reasons why there was an arrest warrant.
Oh, really? How so?
Because I stole a child from Mariupol and basically took him into my family, that I behaved so defiantly that I even took a Ukrainian child for myself. Of course, our overall family background was greatly complicated by Philip, who came from Mariupol, because he arrived in a very difficult condition. He had post-traumatic syndrome after all those shellings, plus a special attitude towards Russia, which...
What does a special attitude towards Russia mean?
Well, that's the negativity that was cultivated in Mariupol for a long time among children in schools. It was a program that he was subjected to just like everyone else. So he always told me, I love you, you're my mother, but everything else, Moscow, Russia, all of it irritates me. None of this is wanted. There were always some hysterics. We always talked at night with him.
He didn't want to live in Russia, it seems.
He did not want to live in Russia, yes.
And how did you deal with that?
With love. There was a truly pivotal moment. I remember it very well because he was always on pro-Ukrainian websites, well, and he read all the propaganda there.
Already being in Moscow?
Of course, being in my family. And there he is on the couch sitting and watching. No, when I saw it, of course, I said, listen, how is this? Come on, you've already come to Russia. You need to change your attitude somehow.
What rhetoric? I mean, I don't want to live in Russia.
I do not want to live in Russia, yes, because, well, I love Ukraine. He sang songs in Ukrainian all the time. He gradually began to change his mindset towards what is actually there. So gradually move away from this propaganda.
But now he doesn't want to go to Ukraine?
No, what are you talking about? He sometimes comes to Mariupol once a year, every 6 months, and says, no, I'm going home.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.